Hello everyone, and welcome back to Family Insider, your go-to channel for all the latest news, drama, and heartfelt moments from your favorite TV families. Today, we have some truly heartbreaking and jaw-dropping updates from the Duggar family. Hold on to your seats, because we're diving into the shocking separation of Jason Duggar and Maddie Grace, plus some incredible news. Jill Duggar is pregnant again. What's happening in the Duggar household, and how is the family handling it all? Let's break it down together. First, let's rewind and revisit how Jason Duggar and Maddie Grace's love story began. The couple was known for their sweet, modest, and deeply religious relationship that blossomed under the Duggar family's watchful eyes. Maddie Grace, known for her warm personality and devout faith, seemed like the perfect match for Jason. Fans loved seeing their courtship unfold, with family values and shared goals bringing them closer together. But as we've seen time and time again, not everything is as perfect as it seems on the surface. Behind the smiles and social media posts, cracks were forming in their relationship. Today, we're unpacking what led to this shocking separation. Reports suggest that Jason and Maddie struggled with balancing their personal goals and family expectations. Jason has been heavily involved in the family's construction business, often prioritizing work over personal time. Maddie, on the other hand, was reportedly seeking more independence and a life that didn't revolve entirely around the Duggar family traditions. Sources close to the couple reveal that the final straw might have been disagreements about their future, where to live, how to raise potential children, and how to balance their relationship with the pressures of being public figures. It's a sad reality that even the most seemingly perfect couples face challenges. As you might expect, the Duggar family has a lot to say about this separation. Jim Bob and Michelle are reportedly heartbroken, as they always hoped Jason's marriage would be a shining example of their values. However, not all family members share the same sentiment. Gina and Jill, who've been vocal about carving out their own paths, are said to be supportive of Jason and Maddie's decision to part ways. They believe it's better to address differences now rather than let them grow into something unmanageable later on. What do you think about their perspective? Let us know in the comments below. While Jason has remained silent on the matter, Maddie Grace has subtly hinted at her feelings through social media posts. A recent Instagram story featured a quote about choosing oneself in tough situations, leading fans to speculate that Maddie felt stifled in her role within the Duggar framework. Could this separation be Maddie's way of reclaiming her identity? And how does she plan to move forward after this life-changing decision? Only time will tell. Amid all the heartbreak, there's some wonderful news coming from Jill Duggar. Yes, you heard it right. Jill is pregnant again, and fans couldn't be happier for her and her husband, Derick. This pregnancy marks a new chapter for Jill, who has been open about her struggles with family dynamics and her journey toward personal healing. Jill and Derick's announcement came with a heartfelt message about gratitude and faith. They're truly glowing, and we couldn't be more thrilled for them. Jill and Derick are no strangers to parenthood, but this time feels particularly special. The couple has hinted at taking a different approach to parenting, focusing on open communication, independence, and fostering creativity in their children. They're also sharing glimpses of their preparations, from nursery designs to family outings that celebrate this exciting milestone. What unique parenting tips do you think they'll bring to the table this time? Jill's pregnancy has once again highlighted the complicated dynamics within the Duggar family. While some siblings are overjoyed, others seem distant, reflecting the ongoing divide between Jill and her parents. From Twitter to Instagram, fans have been buzzing about Jason and Maddie's split and Jill's pregnancy. Some are heartbroken over Jason's love story ending, while others are thrilled to see Jill thriving in her new chapter. we've gathered some of the most heartfelt and thought-provoking fan reactions. Let's dive into what you, the viewers, have to say about these big developments in the Duggar world. Now that Jason and Maddie have parted ways, what's next for Jason? Will he focus solely on work, or will he take time to reflect and rebuild his personal life? Speculation is already swirling about whether Jason will return to the dating world anytime soon. One thing is for sure, he'll have plenty of support from his siblings as he navigates this challenging time. Meanwhile, Maddie Grace seems determined to carve out a new path for herself. From potential career moves to focusing on personal growth, Maddie is showing fans that life after heartbreak is possible. Could we see Maddie Grace stepping into a public role, like a blog or YouTube channel, sharing her journey? Fans would love to hear her side of the story, and we'll be here to share any updates as they come. With so much change happening, the Duggar family's legacy is evolving before our eyes. From marriages and separations to new babies and personal growth, each member is shaping their own story. What does the future hold for the Duggar family as a whole? And how will these new developments influence their legacy? Stay tuned, because we're here to cover it all. Jim Bob and Michelle have reportedly congratulated Jill, but the question remains, will this baby be the bridge that brings them closer together, or will the rift continue to grow? Fans have mixed feelings about the family's ability to reconcile. Share your thoughts below. Weekend Link-a-Palooza. Other reality TV news from around the web. The Ashley does her best to bring you all the latest news on reality TV shows and their stars. The roundup can't cover every reality TV show and event, though, so here's a listing of some reality TV stories that haven't been covered by the Ashley this weekend. Losing her religion. Sarcasm. Former Counting On star Jana Duggar has seemingly converted to her husband Stephen Wisman's religion and become a Mennonite. Tom Talks. Page 6. Vanderpump Rules. Star Tom Schwartz reacts to news his ex-wife Katie Maloney is dating Nick Martin. Hitched. Reality Tea. Shahs of Sunset. Star Gigi Garachidati marries partner Dennis DeSantis after 11 years. Very sad. The Hollywood Gossip. Breaking Amish star Mary Schmucker placed in hospice care following long cancer battle. Lost in the Mail. Monsters and Critics. 90-Day Fiance. Star Statler Riley reveals why she wasn't invited to attend The Other Way. Tell-all taping Abby Grace Burnett and Caitlin Nakatsu team up for resale shopping another day. Another Duggar wife hit up a resale shop to load up on clothes for her children. The Duggar sisters often do ads for the Rialana resale events in the area during the spring and fall. They typically share things they found while shopping at the event, from pre-sale shopping to total hauls. This time, Abby Grace Burnett and Caitlin Nakatsu teamed up to spend time shopping together. The sisters-in-law were likely gearing up for the upcoming winter months, with Katie likely stocking up on things for the twin girls she will welcome in less than 2 months. Abby and Katie likely live by the Duggar mantra, buy used and save the difference. Resale shopping has always been big for the Duggars, as has sharing clothing among the siblings. Abby Grace Burnett and Caitlin Nakatsu have fun shopping. On Instagram, the account Caitlin Nakatsu shared with her husband, Jedediah Duggar, shared a selfie that Abby Grace Burnett posted. Abby and Katie shared a selfie and smiled big as they revealed they were enjoying shopping at the resale event. Abby and some of her sisters-in-law have done some advertising for the event. They will likely team up with the Duggars to get the word out and draw a decent crowd. Rialana holds events nationwide, not just in the Northwest Arkansas area. Are the Duggar in-laws close to the Duggar sisters? Melding a big family with various personalities can be challenging. All the women are of different ages, with some of the younger wives being closer to some of the other in-laws versus their husbands' sisters. However, it appears that many get along without issue. We've noticed some of the relationships are closer than others, though. Joy Anna Duggar is close to Abby Grace Burnett, as is Jana Duggar. These relationships were formed because of time spent together. Austin Forsyth worked with John David Duggar on a relief trip while their wives stayed behind and hung out together. Caitlin Akatsu and Lauren Swanson spend time together. However, Lauren wanted to be left out of the spotlight, so she rarely appears with the Duggar family on social media. Seeing Abby and Katie together was a bit surprising, as they typically aren't seen hanging out one-on-one, but it looks like they enjoy each other's company, and shopping is an easy way to bond. Jinga Duggar says her family had one major complaint about their reality shows. One of the children from the famous Duggar family, featured on 19 and Counting On, has broken the silence on a family complaint about these reality shows. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar had cameras in their homes, documenting their day-to-day life with 19 children as they instilled them with Christian values. However, what seemed like a wholesome, exemplary family hid many secrets behind the curtains. Several Duggar children have spoken out against their allegedly abusive upbringing, not only by their parents, but as members of the Christian fundamentalist organization Institute of Basic Life Principles. They started their own podcasts, written books, and appeared in the Amazon documentary Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets. It is no surprise, then, that reality was not what audiences saw when they tuned into their shows on TLC. On the 16th episode of her podcast, Jinga and Jeremy, Vuolo specifically talked about the editing of their footage. They would send us rough cuts. Maybe we felt like some things might have started to be cut in a way that we didn't like it, and it was like, well, I didn't say that, or I rolled my eyes in an interview. They put it in there next to something I said about my mom and dad, and it was like, no, I didn't mean that. This seems to be a common practice in this genre. Other reality TV stars have been vocal about how editing has distorted their actual behavior, and the Duggars are clearly no different. Narratives are often simplified or exaggerated to create more engaging or emotional content for reality TV audiences. Conflict and drama keeps viewers glued to their screens, so no wonder the editors chose to strategically place Jinga's eye-rolling shot as a response to her mother, fabricating a conflict that perhaps did not even exist. It also makes sense that Vuolo wrote a book about her life during this turbulent moment. Becoming Free Indeed. A memoir is proof that she is attempting to gain control over her own narrative and to challenge one manufactured by the network. For the Duggars shows were employees of TLC, the Lenning Channel, and the production company, Figure 8 Films. However, it's likely that Jim Bob and Michelle had some input into how they were portrayed, especially considering Jim Bob was the family manager. So when Vuolo writes, we felt like some things might have started to be cut in a way that we didn't like it. Which members of the family is she talking about? The kids? Or Jim Bob and Michelle too? Could the parents have agreed to this alteration of reality for the sake of their TV success? Jim Bob, after all, has been accused of being a dictator on set and with his children due to his controlling nature, according to a family source for People. Without more of the Duggar children speaking out, we can only keep guessing what was real and what wasn't. Abby Grace Burnett and Caitlin Nakatsu team up for resale shopping another day. Another Duggar wife hit up a resale shop to load up on clothes for her children. The Duggar sisters often do ads for the Ria-Lana resale events in the area during the spring and fall. They typically share things they found while shopping at the event, from pre-sale shopping to total hauls. This time, Abby Grace Burnett and Caitlin Nakatsu teamed up to spend time shopping together. The sisters-in-law were likely gearing up for the upcoming winter months, with Katie likely stocking up on things for the twin girls she will welcome in less than 2 months. Abby and Katie likely live by the Duggar mantra, buy used and save the difference. Resale shopping has always been big for the Duggars, as has sharing clothing among the siblings. Abby Grace Burnett and Caitlin Nakatsu have fun shopping. On Instagram, the account Caitlin Nakatsu shared with her husband, Jedidiah Duggar, shared a selfie that Abby Grace Burnett posted. Abby and Katie shared a selfie and smiled big as they revealed they were enjoying shopping at the resale event. Abby and some of her sisters-in-law have done some advertising for the event. They will likely team up with the Duggars to get the word out and draw a decent crowd. Rialana holds events nationwide, not just in the Northwest Arkansas area. Are the Duggar in-laws close to the Duggar sisters? Melding a big family with various personalities can be challenging. All the women are of different ages, with some of the younger wives being closer to some of the other in-laws versus their husbands' sisters. However, it appears that many get along without issue. We've noticed some of the relationships are closer than others though. Joy Anna Duggar is close to Abby Grace Burnett, as is Jana Duggar. These relationships were formed because of time spent together. Austin Forsyth worked with John David Duggar on a relief trip while their wives stayed behind and hung out together. Caitlin Nakatsu and Lauren Swanson spend time together. However, Lauren wanted to be left out of the spotlight, so she rarely appears with the Duggar family on social media. Seeing Abby and Katie together was a bit surprising as they typically aren't seen hanging out one-on-one, but it looks like they enjoy each other's company, and shopping is an easy way to bond. Michelle Duggar praised for looking youthful. Does she age? Michelle Duggar is no longer in the spotlight like she once was, but every once in a while, the mom of 19 will pop up in a video or photo shared by one of her children. Typically, Joy Anna Duggar shares updates on her mom, often when she spends time with the grandchildren. The Duggar matriarch looks less tired these days as most of her children are adults and have built their own families. A few Duggar siblings are still left at home, but Josie Duggar will turn 15 next month. She is the youngest of the bunch and was born while the family was filming 19 Kids and Counting. The in-town Duggar sisters recently got together to celebrate Joy Anna's birthday, and she shared some of the moments they spent together. Michelle was there with her daughters. Only Jinga Duggar and Jana Duggar missed the fun. Counting on fans gush over Michelle Duggar. When Joy Anna Duggar shared the moments from her belated birthday outing, the comment section quickly filled up with praise for Michelle Duggar. Many of her followers couldn't believe how good her mom looked. One follower wrote, "Ah, your mama looks wonderful." Another posted, "Love your family so much. Your mom looks so amazing. Does she age at all?" Someone else added, "Wow, your mom looks amazing. How old is Michelle Duggar?" Michelle Duggar celebrated her 58th birthday in September. Over the last few years, the mom of 19 has been accused of aging in reverse, and she has received plenty of attention for how young she looks. While filming 19 Kids and Counting On, it was clear that Michelle looked less stressed as the children got older. However, she had plenty of help raising her brood, with the older sisters having buddy teams they were responsible for caring for as the number of children continued to grow. She welcomed 2 sets of twins. The remaining children were single births. Michelle has also had multiple cesarean sections, especially the older she got. By the time Josie came along, Michelle was in her 40s, and the final baby she welcomed, Jublai, didn't make it. Michelle Duggar remains in the background as her children take the reins and choose whether to raise their families in the public eye or back in the real world. Joy-Anna Duggar celebrates Mom Michelle Duggar's birthday with several of her sisters Make-A-Wish. Joy-Anna Forsyth, née Duggar, enjoyed a belated birthday lunch for her mom, Michelle Duggar, and she was joined by several of her sisters. I just got done with a killer workout, and now I have to go inside and clean up this sweaty mess because I have a belated birthday lunch with my mom and sisters, Joy-Anna, 27, said in a video she shared on Instagram on Friday, November 15. The mom of 3 filmed herself as she got ready for the lunch, and while viewers watched as she put on her makeup, Joy-Anna clarified that she never did makeup tutorials because she didn't feel like she knew what she was doing. It's a very casual lunch, the former 19 Kids and Counting star said as she put on blush, eyeshadow, and more. We don't get to do girl time very often. We're going to be missing Jana Wisman and Jinga Vuolo because they both live out of state. She continued, Johanna Duggar and I have October birthdays. Jessa Seawolds is at the beginning of November, and now that a lot of us have, busy schedules, since our birthdays are close together, we tend to do our birthday lunch together. It's going to be Jill Dillard, Jessa, me, Johanna, Jennifer Duggar, Jordan Duggar, Josie Duggar, and my mom. We're going to have lunch at a local Mexican restaurant. Joy-Anna brought her 2 older children, Gideon and Evelyn, with her for the outing. She said her husband, Austin Forsyth, was working from home that day and would be staying home with their youngest, Gunnar. When Joy-Anna and the little ones arrived at the restaurant, they quickly ran up to Michelle, 58, to give her a hug. After saying grace, the group dug into their food. Some people were surprised to see Jill, 33, with her mom, considering she's been outspoken about her struggles with her parents over the years. Earlier this month, she described her relationship with Mom, Michelle, and Dad, Jim Bob Duggar, as complicated. I feel like we are in a rebuilding phase now, with healthy boundaries still in place, the mom of 3 told fans during an Instagram live Q&A on November 2. We try to hang out whenever it works well, and we have the bandwidth to navigate things. Jill was one of the family members who participated in the June 2023 Prime Video docuseries Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets, which gave fans an inside look at her relationship with her parents. My dad does control a lot of things in the family, the Counting on alum said. Family relationships were already kinda rocky. Everything within the family dynamic has shifted, and not for the better. In September 2023, Jill also ruffled some feathers with the memoir she wrote with her husband, Derick Dillard. She detailed several issues she and Derick, 35, had with her parents, including her claim that they weren't paid fairly for their time working with her family in reality TV and her decision to step away from the religious organization, the Institute in Basic Life Principles. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel Jim24. Thank you for watching.